Today I'm going to make a homemade pesto basil sauce. Now, I learned this from Isa, this recipe, but most importantly, I learned a trick from her because I've made it before. The problem is when I make it, it didn't always look so appealing. The color turned relatively almost like a black color. So one of the things that you need to do is you need to blanch it in boiling water and then shock it in a bowl of cold ice water. It's really quick. Then what you do is you're going to put this in the blender. You're going to combine a little bit of olive oil, some fresh Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese, some toasted pine nuts, and obviously you're going to have a little bit of garlic. We'll put a pinch of salt and pepper in there, and boom, you have yourself a quick pesto basil sauce. This goes good with any type of pasta. You can even put it over meats, but this is a really great dish. It's great color. I'm going to get started. I'm going to first clean this basil really well and pick the leaves off, and then we're going to go boil it. Just quick blanch it in there. We'll be back. So what we're doing is we are blanching our basil. Now this is a trick that Isa taught me, and what this does is it helps to maintain the beautiful green color of our pesto. Because if you don't do this, if you don't quickly come in here and blanch it in boiling water and then shock it in cold ice water, what happens is it tends to appear black, the color of it, once we make the pesto. So this is just a trick that someone like Isa, who is a culinary master, fully understands, that the appearance of a food we eat with our eyes. We want it to look really appealing. And this is a great dish, especially over the holidays, green and reds. This makes a great dish anytime. There's nothing like a fresh basil. We've taken our basil now and we blanched it in boiling water and then flashed it real quick into ice water. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to set it on a paper towel, let it dry, pat it dry, and then we'll start to make our pesto. So we'll just come in here, chop up our basil, and this is all going to go into our blender. So we're going to take 2 cloves of garlic. Just give them a good smash. The outer skin, as you can see, will come right off. This is going to go right into our blender. I'm going to put all these ingredients in there together, and that is going to make our pesto. So I'm going to take about 1/3 of a cup, maybe 1/4 of a cup of fresh Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. Now, you can buy it already done, but I like a really good Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. So just grate this up. Add our basil. We'll add about 3 tablespoons of toasted pine nuts, pinch of salt, a little bit of fresh pepper, and a little bit of olive oil, about 1/3 of a cup. So this equated to about 2 cups of basil when we started, but you can see once it's cooked, it really reduces. Just put this top on, go on our blender, throw in 2 cloves of garlic, and then away we go. And there you have it. Homemade pesto. There you have it. Fresh homemade pesto basil. Nothing like it. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be making some homemade stuffed shells. Rather than making your traditional marinara sauce to go over top of it, I'm going to be a little creative and I'm going to use some of this pesto basil. Now, once you make this, you can prepare it ahead of time. You can keep it in the refrigerator for a few days. So tomorrow, I'm going to utilize this pesto basil. I'm going to put it over some stuffed shells and bake it. Try it for a little variety.